Very good morning, students. I welcome you all in my GK class. Today we are going to discuss about flowering plants and hunt in the sky, chapter 17, 18 and 19 from your book GK. Okay? So today, first of all, we would like to discuss about the flowering plants. In this chapter, we will discuss about those plants who are able to produce flowers, fruits and seeds, right? And they are completely different from non-flowering plants. And the plants who are able to produce fruits, flowers and seeds, we call them angiosperms. Flowering plants are the largest group within the plant kingdom. They are around 2,60,000 species of flowering plants, and about 90% of species are identified. So let's start the chapter. First of all, we would like to discuss about the aquatic plants. We call aquatic plants as hydrophytes. Okay, as it clear by the name that these plants grow in underwater, right? So we call it aquatic or hydrophytes. They live within watery environment, okay, in the ecosystem. Aquatic plants are served as food by the water animals and habitat for the animals also, because they are getting oxygens from the plants and they are getting food also from the plants. Living in the sea and prevent shorelines. They also help in preventing shorelines. We have already discussed what is shorelines, right? Shorelines, ponds and lakes from erosion, from cutting by providing soil stability. Okay, the next one is antelope bush. Antelope shrub that is moderate to very deep rooted with wide ecotypic variation. Ecotypic variations means a distinct form or race of a plant or animal species occupying a particular habitat, right? It is normally 2 to 6 feet in height. That is very good height, and up to 8 feet in width with sharp 3 lobed leaves. Leaves can vary in color. Whenever you just compare the leaves, you will find out that they are vary in color, dark to light shades, right? And from gray green to bright green. Okay, some plants have branches near the soil. Flowers bloom in late spring to early summer. The next one is aconite. Aconite are one of the first bulb flowers. These are known as first bulb flowers to bloom in the spring and are known for their cheerful yellow color. They are very bright in color. You also can see in the picture. The next one is ageratum. Ageratum, it comes in blue, pink and white blooms, right? They come in color blue, pink and white. The taller varieties are best for cutting, and people used it in displaying their homes also, their houses also. And the dwarf bedding varieties are best keep in the garden. People use the dwarf bedding varieties in their garden. Okay, basket of gold with bright color, low growing flowers. No wonder where the basket of gold got its name for, given its short height and golden color. This makes for a perfect addition to a rock garden or xeriscape. Xeriscape means a garden or landscape created in a style that requires little or no irrigation or other maintenance, right? It does not require any kind of maintenance there. The next chapter is chapter 18, and we are going to study when plants turn deadly, right? We all know that plants play very important role in human life, right? First of all, they are giving us oxygens, they are giving us food, they are giving us shelter, they are giving us air to breathe, right? But here are some plants that are not safe to eat or even touch. Identify them. You have in this chapter I'm going to tell you about the harmful plants that is not good to human health or not any kind of animal's health also, right? Whenever anybody eat them knowingly or unknowingly, then it is poisonous to their health, and it may be reason to their death also, right? So the first one is, it is highly poisonous mushroom. You all can see in the picture I'm showing here. Here is a mushroom, and you can see it mainly in the rainy season. It's profoundly found there. So it's a highly poisonous mushroom, and it is responsible for almost 90% of deaths, from eating fungi. Poison can cause severe diarrhea and vomiting. So just tell me the name. It's a death cap. Okay. The next one is, it is also known as lady's glove. You can say the next picture, the second is written here. Symptom of its poisoning include a low pulse rate, nausea, vomiting, and cardiac arrest. The third, and it is known as purple fox glove. Purple fox glove is known as lady's glove, and it is also poisonous plants. Whenever any person had eaten this kind of plant, then low pulse rate, nausea, and vomiting, and cardiac arrest. They also face these kind of difficulties. The next one is, you can see the third picture, that is potato. Really, potato is harmful to us? Yes, the green part of the potato is very, very harmful to us. The plant is very famous as a food if it turns green, right? If it is in its color, then it's okay, but whenever it just changes its color, like whenever it turns green, then it is poisonous, right? There are possibilities that it may contain solanine, which is a poison, right? And we all know, very well aware about that, everyone would love to eat this. This is a potato. The next one is fourth picture. It is used by the South American Indian tribes to make their arrows poisonous for hunting. People of South American Indian tribes, whenever they go for hunting, they just use this plants used to make their arrows poisonous, and it is known as curare. The next one is, it is also known as Nox vomica. This plant is also known as Nox vomica, and it also had poison nut and quaker buttons. It is found mainly in India and Myanmar. Almost all parts of this plant contain poison. It's highly poisonous. Almost all the plants means its branches, its fruits, its leaves, all the plants contain poison. Okay, and it is known as Kuchla tree. The next one is, the plant is a native to Europe, North Africa, and Western Asia, right? Its foliage and berries are extremely toxic. Yes, foliage means plant leaves collectively, right? So leaves also and berries also, they are extremely toxic. They are extremely poisonous. It contains a poison called atropine. It has a long history of use as a medicine. The next one is, did you know about water hemlock? Water hemlock is also highly, poisonous. It is known as Cicuta maculata. Is closely related to poison hemlock. The plant that famously killed Socrates. Yes, Socrates is a famous philosopher, and he has been killed by the using hemlock. Socrates uses his death as a final lesson for his pupils, rather than feeling when the opportunities arises and faces it calmly, right? He was condemned to the death, and poison of hemlock had given him to drink. Okay, deemed the most violently toxic plant in North America. So I think, is it clear to you all? I'm moving to the next picture. Um, yeah, actually, I was talking about the previous one. As we are talking about the entropine, it's known as deadly nightshade, right? So the last one is done. Now we are chapter 19, that is hunters in the sky. Birds are colorful creatures of flight. They will look very beautiful whenever they are flying in high in the sky. Many of them are flightless. Even some birds are not able to fly. You all know that, like ostrich, many more birds, they are not able to fly, right? But there are some birds that are fierce hunters and fly high in the sky. So we are going to identify some hunters in the sky, right? These Eurasian birds are bald-headed vultures with a bluish gray neck. They feed on decaying flesh of dead animals. You have to identify this. Vultures are having, very less hairs. They are having partially hair, right? Almost they are bald vultures, right? And they feed only on decaying flesh of dead animals who are already dead. You have to identify which bird it is. It is Eurasian black vulture. As it already written here, it's a vulture, but you have to identify which kind of vulture it is. It is known as Eurasian black vulture. The next is these predatory birds having the largest wingspan of 3 meter are scavengers that feed on carcasses of large animals. These endangered birds are also raid the nest of other birds for eggs and young hatchlings. You know, these birds are having 3 meter of wingspan, and they also feed the dead body of large animals, and nowadays they are endangered, right? So you have to tell the name of this bird. It is known as Indian condor. The third picture is these are the largest of North American flights birds, right? They belongs to North American, though they weight about 12 kilo. Wow, they weight about 12 kilo, and they can fly at height of 4,500 meter, even against strong air currents. They are able to fly even the strong air currents. These scavengers build their nest and in cliff under large rocks, right? They used to make their shelter under a large rocks in a natural hole like tree holes. Okay, you have to identify which bird it is. It is Californian condor. The next one is these endangered national bird of Philippines are skilled predators. They are very skillful. They are very master predators, and they belongs to Philippines. They are the national bird of Philippines. They fly and prey on flying lemurs and palm civet. Sadly, they are on the brink of extinction. They are also, endangered. They are about to extinct. You have to identify which bird it is. It is Philippine eagle. The next one, picture 5, the national bird of Mexico. It is in the picture 5, you all can see it's a national bird of Mexico. If the picture number 4, it is a national bird of Philippines, but in the 5th picture you can say it's a national bird of Mexico. And it can dive at an amazing speed of 240 kilometer per hour. He can dive 200 km per hour. That's amazing. He feed on rabbits, squirrels, and birds also that snatch up even more from the ground, right? He didn't like to just eat from the dead body. Even he just catches the rabbits, squirrels, and birds also. They also feed on carcass. He also feeds on carcass like other vultures are doing. So you have to just identify this is known as golden eagle, right? And the picture number 6 is these birds get their name from the folds of skin or lappets on the sides of their necks. You can see it's totally different from the other vultures. This bird, they eat small insects, birds, and carcass instead of looking for or smelling out food, right? They eat small insects. They are habitual of eating small insects. He just didn't waste his time in finding out or smelling out food or dead bodies of the animals. They look out for other birds and follow their movements to locate food. You have to identify this is known as lapped faced vulture. The next one, picture 7, is it is found in the rainforest of tropical Africa. The eagle measures around 90 centimeter long and has a 2-meter wingspan. This powerful and aggressive eagle is known as leopard of the air. It's known as the leopard of the air, right? And its main killing weapons are its deadly talons. Talon means a claw, right? They usually used their claw to kill any kind of animal, any kind of birds, or any kind of his prey. The next one is you have to identify the name of this bird. It's a African crowned eagle. These excellent birds of prey are named after a Greek mythological monster. You know, their name is their name had given after a Greek mythological monster, and these birds are excellent prey. They are found preying in the canopy of rainforest in Central and South America. Their favorite preys are monkeys and sloths. You have to identify who are they. They are harpy eagle. The next one is picture number 9. These endangered vultures live in the mountains areas, fighting for the carcass to feed on. These endangered vultures live in the mountainous areas. They live in the mountainous areas, and they mainly use the dead body of the animals to feed on. You have to identify it's Himalayan vulture. It's Himalayan vulture. The next one is one of the largest bird of prey in Europe. These birds live in the Alps, often called bone eaters. They extremely feed on bones and marrow inside. For this, they carry up to the bones in their claws or beaks and drop them to the ground from 80-meter height in the air to crack the bones, right? And whenever the bone is cracked totally, they just use to eat marrow inside, right? Marrow of the bones, and they feed on the marrow. You have to identify which bird it is. It's a lammergeier or bearded vulture, right? Eagles are at the top of their food chain. They hunt other animals, but no animals or birds hunts them. You know, it's amazing. They hunt other animals, but no animals hunt them. So it's quiz of the day. I'll ask some question. It's for you, and if you know the answer, just reply in chat box. I'm waiting for your answers there. So the first question is, which bird can fly backwards? You have to find out which bird can fly backwards. If you are knowing already, then just write down in comment box below. The next one is, name the slowest animal in the world, and you have to also tell me the slowest animal in the world. It's quiz for you, and you have to just give the answer in comment box. Thank you for watching.